Here's my review of The Owl House. It's a really good show. We follow a teenage girl named Luce Nusita who accidentally stumbles upon a magical world called the Boiling Isles when she was supposed to go to a kind of summer camp. And it's kind of like really magical, and there's a bunch of cool like monster designs, and it's kind of like Gravity Falls but with, I guess, a little bit crossed with Hogwarts, because she meets a witch named Edalyn Clawthorne, and she's basically staying there for the summer. But we kind of like know that there are different like factions of like witches and wizards in this world, and there are a lot of like horrifying scenes. Like with some of the monster design are really cool, and there's like a lot of really good dramatic moments with the relationships. For example, like Luce has a relationship; she gets a girlfriend named Amity, and then like that. But like for the first season, they were kind of like enemies, at least until the end, and then like they started dating. And there's like some really good emotional parts like that, and then like Edalyn Clawthorne also has like this kind of dog character named King, and you kind of get to learn more about him, as he used to be almost like this god-like creature, but he's kind of like just not that anymore. And then there's an ongoing like mystery, kind of similar to Gravity Falls, on how they're trying to solve like who wrote the journals. But in this, your Luce finds out that there was another human who traveled to this world like hundreds of years ago, and you're kind of like trying to figure out who that is. And massive spoiler alert: within this show, there's like kind of a cult, and we find out that he is actually like the cult leader who was there hundreds of years ago, and like he kind of became like really powerful. And there's just a lot to like about this show. The main villain like is somebody called Emperor Bellos, who's like the controller of the land. And like you kind of like think like it's kind of obvious like from the beginning that like you kind of think he's evil, but you don't really know, because with the whole like witchcraft and stuff like that. But like you find out like how he was a human who traveled there and then became powerful, and then he's trying to like make a portal to get back to the human world, take it over. So they have a really interesting plot there, and the design of him is really cool, and towards the end he turns into this horrifying monster, which, especially for a show that's on the Disney Channel, you don't really expect for them to like tap into like some really horrifying things, because the creature design is actually like really pretty scary. But this is just a really fun show, and I think like, and how it ends is like eventually he does get defeated, and like she is able to like, she doesn't really become like a full witch, but they are able to like kind of travel back to the human world and the Boiling Isles, and then she gets to keep her girlfriend, Amity, and it's just a really good show. And then I didn't even mention like Edalyn has a sister, and then you kind of like learn more about their rivalry, but then they become friends, and there's a bunch of really interesting things like that through the show. And I wish I could explain it more, but TikTok removed 10-minute videos. But if you want to watch it, I would definitely recommend it. It should be on the Disney Channel, but it should get added to